Good morning. It is the episode of 42nd episode, I believe, that I've done. And today we're in chapter 27 of 2nd Nephi. In this, we talk about the Book of Mormon, the three witnesses, and it's, you can compare Isaiah 29, but it's like, I think the difference between Isaiah 29 and this is, this to me sounds like Nephi describing his own experience with the Book of Mormon, but heavily quoting Isaiah, but he never says when he's going into Isaiah and when he's coming out. It seems you can kind of see it. Let's have a bit of a look in the related content really quick. As you see, the first little bit, it doesn't say much, and then it says Isaiah 29, 6 through 10. It says Isaiah 29, 6, and then it says 6 through 10 in verse 2. And so then we go on, Isaiah 29, 11 and 12 in verse 7. And we look at, I think it was, where are we? As we get further on, like 23, I think it was, Isaiah 29, 13 through 24, and you see there's a heavy quote there that just continues on from verse 25. So it's not all just Isaiah all in one. It could be a total quote that they have in their brass plates, but from the way this leads on from yesterday's discussion, it's Nephi and him telling a little bit about what is going to be happening. And I kind of want to just say I skip so much in these things because I just want to give you a flavor of or a thought for the day of what I've read a little bit about. I don't like skipping, but it'd take hours sometimes to do, and I think this is one of those, because if you were to put the Bible and the Book of Mormon together and read Isaiah at the same time you're reading 2nd Nephi 27, you'd get this thing, experience totally different, and it would take you an hour or something like that. And I've been trying to keep these down to about 5 minutes, and it's not happening very much. I think the longest one is 9 minutes so far. Yesterday I almost went to over 10 minutes just for yesterday's thing. I recorded it and got it down a little bit, but I won't be able to go through everything in this, but the things I speak of, I try to speak with a heart, and Nephi kind of is doing the same thing where he's stopping and picking out things and showing you how much there is in it and what they think about it. So he's talking about a time when there's going to be our time. You can hear our time in it. Behold, they will be drunken with iniquity and all manner of abominations. And the Lord will visit them. I'm not going to go all of this. And all the nations shall fight against Zion, and all nations that fight against Zion and that distress her shall be as a dream and a night vision. I really like the language of this. This is part of the Isaiah quote, a night vision, yea, it shall be unto them even as a hungry man which dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty, or like a thirsty man which dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul hath appetite. I'm not one to try to interpret the scriptures, and however, I think that can be for all types of sin and things that happen, or as it says here, even so shall the multitude of all nations be that fight against Mount Zion. But when I read that, sometimes I think, have I ever felt that when I'm scrolling through all of the social media, and you just feel like after you're done, it's like, I didn't get anything from that. I felt like I was doing something, you go through all, and I gotta watch this next one, and then you get through it and you go, I didn't get anything from that. I know that is a very narrow interpretation of that, but it just kind of makes you feel that way. And then it talks about why, and the Lord says, for behold, ye have closed your eyes, and have rejected the prophets and your rulers, and the seers he covered because of your iniquities. That's why for a long time there was an apostasy, and there was darkness in the world. And then behold, a book shall be sealed, and the book shall be a revelation from God, from the beginning of the world to the ending thereof, which is the Book of Mormon. But it's more than that, because there's the sealed pages, which is 2/3 of what we would have if they were unsealed. But the book we have is amazing. And then it talks about, this just goes through and tells the story of the Book of Mormon being translated, and it's an amazing thing. I wish I could go through it every detail with you for next hour, but I can't. So I'm sharing the things. And the day cometh that the words of the book shall be sealed, which were sealed, shall be read upon the housetops, and they shall be read by the power of Christ. And all things shall be revealed unto the children of men, which ever have been among the children of men, which ever will be, even to the end of the earth. That's being fulfilled, and it will be fulfilled as the sealed part is open as well. It's amazing to think what's going to happen in the future and what's happening now. And none shall behold it, save it be 3 witnesses shall behold it by the power of God. Talking about the 3 witnesses. And further down here, and none other shall view it, save it be a few, according to the will of God, to bear testimony of his word unto the children of men. So we have the 3 and the 8 witnesses. Just amazing. I listened to a podcast yesterday, so I'm running through this quite fast, because there's the lady on the podcast is All In podcast, and one of the things that was said on there was, sometimes in the church we can get so caught up in doing things, making sure you read the scriptures, that you do go to church, and you do your ministering and stuff like that, that we don't celebrate the things. I hope that what comes off of what I'm doing, even though I'm skipping so much and I'm doing so much, that you feel the celebration in it, that you feel what is amazing about the scriptures, because they are. And I don't read them because I have to read them, and I don't do this podcast because I have to do a podcast. It's because I want everybody to feel what I feel, and I wish I could go through all of them. And then this, one of the big famous scriptures we have, therefore I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder, yea, a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise and the learned shall perish, and understanding of their prudent shall be hid. It's a marvelous work. What more great things can we do than the things we are doing? But people will still say, surely you're turning things upside down, and shall be esteemed as potter's clay. We're still going to be, people are going to still say things against it. But then the Lord reminds us, but I will show them, saith the Lord of hosts, that I know all their works. For shall the work say unto him that made it, he made me not? Or the thing framed say unto him that framed it, he hath no understanding? That's where we are. Why would we think that the Lord can't do his own work? Anyway, I just wanted to share that. And here's another one. They that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him, and reprove the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. So this is the Lord warning that we shouldn't be doing that. And when I say offender for a word, I've seen so often when people get offended by just a word. Something really, really simple that they don't. But on the end, he's there to save people. And I think here at the end it says, they also erred in spirit, that erred in spirit shall come to an understanding, and that they that murmured shall learn doctrine. I believe there's a lot of people out there that, although they will be against what I believe, they will understand one day. And I do think it's because they really believe that what they're doing is right, and when they find out the truth of God, they would accept it. But they're living in this world, and we can share that with them with love and confidence. And I hope you have a nice day. I better finish this, and I hope you have a nice